Okay, so we're back from vacation, and I suck at filming because after that first video was put out, I barely filmed anything at all, and nothing worth putting in a video. So, baby binks. So I didn't put any of it in a video because it was just worthless footage. So I ended up deleting all of it. But we're back now. I'm sorry I didn't upload any more about the vacation. But at the end of the day, this is a car channel, so a lot of y'all probably didn't care anyways. So the good news about us being back is the mountain of parts that I told y'all came in literally our second day on vacation is sitting in front of me. And here's the video that I promised about showing y'all the parts, and it'll be more of a sit down style video. I'm gonna show y'all what I got. I'm gonna tell y'all what else I want to get and the plans for the car and how far the car's already come. So catch y'all next clip. Binks! Silly dog. There's the mountain of parts. There's more, but I left the motor mounts at the house. Alright, we filming.
1, 2, 3, action.
Okay, we're gonna start with the small stuff and work our way to the bigger, nicer things. So we'll start with the smallest package. This is a bit of a ricer mod. Well, so are the bumper quick releases, but the bumper quick releases are for a purpose. They actually form a function. The last time the car broke, when the engine blew, the last time we were loading onto the trailer, it pulled the bumper off and broke all the mounting holes for the bumper. And so the only way to keep the bumper on to stop bumper sag was to do the quick releases and zip ties. So there's a purpose for the quick releases. I'm actually using them for a function, not for looks. But this is a ricer mod, I'm not gonna lie. But you're not gonna be able to see it. The way I'm gonna mount it is I'm gonna mount it straight to my frame behind the bumper. And I'm not gonna pull it through the bumper. But I'm sure all of you will know what this is if y'all follow cars or any of that jazz.
Can you explain to me what that is?
It is a toe strap. So basically, if you don't know what this is, I was going to get a plain black one because, like I said, you're not going to be able to see it, so it doesn't matter what it looks like.
I got him.
It doesn't matter what it looks like because you're not going to see it, but the black one cost the exact same as this one did. I'll put a close-up of this in it, but basically it's just got a little racing guy in a full race suit with a Mugen sponsored race suit on. And I thought it looked pretty cool. He's got A6 shoes.
You can tell I don't know anything about cars because when you first brought that out, I thought it was a seatbelt. Like a very short seatbelt.
No. So basically it's going to go like this. Anyways, so got to drill a big old hole wherever you're going to mount it. I haven't figured out where I'm going to mount it yet, but it's definitely going to be behind the bumper where you're not going to be able to see it. Or put the bolt through it and then just tighten up the nut and it stays there. And if you ever like run off road or if you track your car, if you ever run off track, you can just pull your bumper off, or if you have it going through your bumper like 99% of everyone does, they hook up to it and they can pull you off track. The reason I'm putting it on my car is because number one, I just think it would be cool to have because my car gets trailered a lot, believe it or not. It breaks down often. But I thought it'd be cool to have just in case we need to pull it with a winch or something. And if I ever like run off the road, it literally, now that I have the quick releases, I can take my bumper off in like a minute by myself, 30 seconds with two people. And so it's not a pain, it's not a struggle or a hassle to take my bumper off just to get to this. So like I said, I was going to get a plain black one. This one was the same price. I was like, why not? You know, I might roll around sometimes with my bumper off. It'd be cool to look at. But so that's the first part that I got that came in, was a Mugen, not real Mugen, but a Mugen toe strap. I just got this off of eBay. I literally just looked up a toe strap and found it on eBay for like $7. Not a bad deal. If you want one, if that's your style, go check them out. They're pretty sweet. I really hope they can't see the address on any of these. I didn't even think about that.
I thought about like if they like zoomed in on it. But
It'll be okay. This one I'm pretty excited about. It's more of a legit. Some people might think it's a ricer mod. I don't know. I don't care. I love it. So on a 6th gen Honda Accord, if you own the car, by the way, this is a great mod to do if you're into this type of stuff, and it's relatively, I wouldn't say cheap, but it's not expensive. And if you own a coupe, you know how freaking rare the all-clear taillights are. which I might make a video in the future. I'm planning on making my own set, because when you do find a set, they're like $450 because they're just ridiculously rare. So there might be a video soon of me building my own all clear tails, but they're dumb rare, and I love the all clear look. So I got all clear side markers for the back bumper. And if you own a 6th gen, you know what these are. They're like little reflectors that go in the back of your bumper. It's got the OEM plug-in to plug into the lights that go in there. It's got a red LED in it, and it's got a nice little the screw where it screws in at. So it bolts up. It's a direct replacement of your OEM amber red side markers. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about that one. Definitely one of my something I've been wanting to do to it for a long time, and I just didn't. The all clear side markers. You see that little red LED in there? Those are going to look so good. Alright, next. I don't know which one this is, but I'll grab it. I think, yeah.
It's like we're opening Christmas presents.
It is like we're opening Christmas presents. By the way, if you're like thinking my reaction is like I've already looked at all these parts. So when they came in,
He was really excited.
When they came in, my mom FaceTimed me so she could show me the parts that had come in and stuff.
You were at the beach when they all
Yeah,
came.
and I was at the beach when they came in. And when I got home, the first thing I did was run inside and find them. They're in the passenger seat of my car, but I went and found them and I looked at them. So that's why my reaction's probably not very ecstatic. So here, I'm not so sure about what we have here. So also, if you own a 6th gen Accord, you know how absolutely impossible it is to find aero parts for your car, because not a lot of people do things with 6th gen Accords. It's pretty close to freaking impossible to get aero parts. So they sent me a cheap thing of some, it's not even 3M, but it's some double-sided tape, and it looks like, when I get a close-up I'll show y'all, but it looks like they had a wide roll of it, and they cut the wide rolls into strips, and that's what that is. And then they sent some cheap old black self-tappers, and all this is 2 pieces of it's not even ABS plastic. I'm not sure how excited I am about this. I kind of don't like them, but we're going to put them on anyways just to see how they look. Basically, this goes under the side skirt of your car. It's got some places in the bottom where you can screw it in, and you 3M double-side tape and put it on the side of your car. I was expecting it, if you can see here, it's a lot wider than I was expecting this part here. I was expecting it to be a piece of ABS plastic and it to be completely flat, and then this to be much longer. That was a mistake on my part. I should have read the description a little bit better. I didn't read the description until after I bought them, because I ordered, like I had a bunch of stuff in my cart. I ordered all this stuff at the same time. And I went back and double checked and saw that it was only 36 inches long. And I was like, my side skirts are definitely longer than 36 inches. So I was kind of bummed out when they came in and I saw them. But we'll fit them up. We'll see how they look. If I like them, I'll leave them. If I don't, they weren't crazy expensive. So I can sell them or give them to somebody that'll use them. But that's that. Side skirts, or not side skirts, side splitters for the side skirts. This next one, though, I'm pretty happy about. Super happy about, actually. So, all they sent in this bag, which is completely, they sent a warhead. I'm sure it's empty. I'm sure Dylan ate it. I think they sent candy in the bag. But anyways, so they sent some nicer, wow. Okay, those are pretty freaking nice. They sent some nice, looks like 10 mil self-tappers. I might screw this into the bottom of the bumper, honestly, because this is going to hurt. But these are universal front splitters. And this is exactly what I was expecting. And these are actually for a Nissan. Well, they're for Nissans. They're labeled as universal for Nissans. You can make them fit anything if you want to, though. So this is what I was expecting. A flat piece of ABS that has a winglet, or whatever you want to call it. Some people call them valences. But I've heard them referred to as winglets for the longest time, so that's what I call them. But basically, it's a piece of really durable and flexible ABS plastic, and you screw one on each side of your front bumper, like so, and looks pretty sick.
That's cool.
And basically, that's the closest thing you're gonna get, unless you get something custom composited out of carbon or something for a front splitter for a 6th-gen Accord. Because, like I said, aero parts are hard to find for these things. You could buy a Civic or a Prelude. Honestly, Prelude definitely. Get it like a Prelude front splitter, and with little modifications make it work. But these weren't crazy expensive, and I liked the way they looked, and I'm super happy with the quality and what they look like. These also came off eBay. The side splitters did too. And these were $48 after shipping.
Both of them together or a piece?
A piece.
A piece.
Oh no, both these two. The side splitters were like 20 something, which is honestly, for the quality, it's like literally straight up like milk jug plastic, guys. So for the quality, I don't think it was worth the $27. But it's $27. What are you gonna do? These though, I'm super happy with the quality. I recommend these. If you have a 6th-gen and you want a front splitter, then that's the way to go. Here's the the front splitters. So they're gloss on this side, and they're textured on this side. Mountain holes. And they'll just screw on the bottom of the bumper like so. This next item, the second to last item, super hyped about. So, silly cat. And one of my headlight housings, the chrome part in the back, actually got a crack in it, and it looked like garbage. And so I was like, I say it's time for some new headlights. So I went out and got me some new headlights from DNA Motoring. And these things are sweet. The quality feels OEM. I feel like, honestly, no, okay, I was wrong. I was about to say, it feels like they take OEM headlights, take the cover off, and modify them. But these are brand new. The back pieces here, the housings are brand new. Made in China, which was expected, but it's okay. Super nice. I love these headlights. They're the all clears with even the clear side. This basically just gets rid of all of the ambering, and it's just an all clear headlight. And it's not like the retarded looking Altezza or Depot headlights like that you see on riced out, clapped out Civics and stuff. These are some nice headlights. I really love the look of these. I've always loved the look of these. I've seen them on a few 6th-gens. They're not crazy common. From what I've seen, they may be. I'm a part of a few forum groups and stuff, and I'm part of the 6th-gen Accord group on Facebook. And so I've seen these on a few cars, and I really like the way they look. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and bought a set, and I'm in love with them. Like, everything looks completely OEM just without the coloring, and they are going to look sweet on the car, I think. So this was definitely something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm super happy I finally pulled the trigger and did it. And I couldn't be happier with the quality of the headlight. There's the headlights, close up of those. It's still got the plastic wrap on them because I'm a butthurt and I'm not taking it off yet. They look so good though. I'm so hyped about the headlights. Push that to the side. Now this next thing, I already talked about it. You already know what it is, but we're going to go ahead and show you. This is something I've been wanting to do to the car literally since the day I bought it. Before it was painted, before I had wheels, before I did any of the interior work. When the car was like literally like clapped out, was sanded down with no clear coat on it. Just looked like a full bag of junk. I'll put pictures in like right now of what it used to look like before it was painted, and I'll post an after picture. But I've wanted to do this. This is what I had planned as my very first mod, and I just couldn't justify doing this over the things that needed to be done. This right here is a full coilover suspension kit from Max Peating Rods. They're not expensive. They're actually pretty affordable. There you can see the Max Peating Rods. They seem super high quality. Like, honestly, I wasn't expecting super high quality is the thing because of how affordable they are. They're no BCs, that's for sure. They're definitely not BCs, but I would say these will do just fine. I've seen a lot of cars that are a lot of 6 gens that are running Max Peating Rods coilovers, and these things have an absurd amount of adjustment. I've seen them all the way freaking like touching the ground, like subframes on the ground, all the way up to like monster truck. Like, these have a lot of adjustability to them. Pretty decent quality for what you pay for, honestly. I picked these up for, I think it was $319 off of maxpeatingrods.com. All the stuff they have for sale. They sell all kinds of stuff. They got like connecting rods, pistons, turbos, coilovers for anything you can imagine. They make them for anything from a Mustang to a 350 to all the Hondas. And so it's getting slammed, boys. So that video will be after the engine swap is done. And the only thing that I didn't bring with me to show y'all is the motor mounts, because the motor mounts aren't super impressive. They're just OEM Honda motor mounts that Honda didn't even send me the hardware for, actually. I thought about just going to Lowe's and getting some just basic hardware, but I'm probably not going to do that because I kind of want to go legit and get actual motor mount hardware. So I'm trying to make this car as legit as possible for what it is, because when I got the car, I was 16. It looked like trash, and I just wanted, like, my only goal was to make it clean. And everything you're seeing here, like everything I just showed you, is close to everything that I've wanted to do to the car since I got it. So I have a few other things I'm going to do, and that's what we're going to talk about now. So 6-gen Accord, you can't find short throw shifters for them. I wish it was like a Civic where you could just go on freaking Amazon or eBay and look up short throw shifter and pick one up for $14. But that's not the case with Accords. So the closest thing you can get to a short throw shifter for an Accord is out of the same year model Prelude, you can get the shift box out of that Prelude, as long as it's a 5-speed, obviously. Get the shift box out of that Prelude and put it in your Accord, and it's a straight bolt-up match. And the only difference in the Accord shift box and the Prelude shift box is the Prelude shift box has a shorter throw, and the shift knob is over to the left more. But literally, it's 4 bolts, 2 cables. Take it out, put one in, slap it together. I just got to go to a pull apart, pick and pull place, and find me a 02, 01 Prelude 5-speed, pull the shift box out. So that's a big thing that I want to do pretty soon. Another thing is I have some material to make brackets, and so I used to have 2 6-inch light bars on the front of the car because the car doesn't have fog lights, and it had 2 6-inch light bars, and they were pretty bright, and like when you think about it, they really have no function because you can't use them on the road, but for some reason I loved having them there, and I've always wanted to put a bigger light bar on it, and so I'm going to make some brackets that are going to bolt up to behind my crash support. It's going to come down, and a 24-inch light bar. I've already got the light bar picked out. It's a 24-inch. It's got 3 rows of LEDs. It's got floodlight, spotlight. It's got all kinds of different modes. It has an app on your phone where you can control everything it does. It's pretty sweet. And so it's not going to sit where you can see it, though. It's going to sit at the same level. And the front bumper, it has a little grill thing in the front bumper on the bottom of it. And so it's going to sit right behind that, but you won't be able to see it when it's off unless you're like really looking under there and looking at it. You'll just be able to see the light shine through when I turn the light bar on. And I've wanted to do that for a while because like I didn't like the way that they look when they were exposed. The purpose of this build, I kind of want to make it unique, and I want it to be clean. And there's a lot of 6-gen Accords around where I live, and nobody does anything with them. And I didn't think anybody did anything with them, period. And so I was like, I'm going to make this car sick. Like, I don't care what I have to do, what I have to custom fabricate. I'm going to make it sick because nobody does anything with them. Then I started looking around on forums, and I became part of the 6th generation Accord group and Accord Alliance on Facebook, and realized, hey, there is people that go out there and they actually do stuff. And so I was like, you know, I'm not gonna be the only one, but I'm gonna have a clean one, and that's what matters to me. And I just want my car. I want people to know when they see my car that that's my car. If I could find a Rec 6 Gen Accord that was a 5-speed and a coupe, I would have a freaking heyday, because I need so many trim pieces and so many just random little interior pieces, just like the most random ones. The shift bezel, the piece that goes around your shift boot, mine's cracked. I've been looking for one everywhere. I was trying to see if there was any companies that made them out of different materials like carbon. Yeah, I need to go to a pick and pull. The closest one to us is about 2.5 to 3 hours away. I just haven't went and done it yet. And so, need to find one of those that's not cracked. I could use a center console. And another thing that you can't find, even online, I need to do more digging. But checked on eBay, I checked on Amazon. Trim, so on the coupes, they have a piece of trim that goes down the back of the window that's a black piece of trim. When I got in that wreck where I took out the 2 mailboxes, one of the mailboxes hit my window and took that piece of trim off with it. And it shattered into 1,000 pieces, and I just rolled around with no trim on that window. I want to get that trim, so I want to get that trim piece done. Exhaust, I want to do a full custom exhaust on it. I want to do headers, high flow resonator. I want to keep a resonator because I feel like especially Honda, sound better with resonators, because nobody wants a fart can. Well, I mean, some people might. I don't know if you're into that junk. But high flow resonator, 1 high flow cat, a Boila attack muffler, and I picked out a exhaust tip. It's a Megan Racing blast pipe style tip. And so I want to powder coat my... I also kind of want to powder coat my wheels white. But if you haven't watched the video already, go back and watch the painting the valve cover video. Painted it white. I want my exhaust tip and my wheels to also be white. I don't know. I just think that white on that dark blue would look pretty good. And so a lot of big plans to come. I got a lot of things I want to do. I need to fix the sound system that's in the car now. I need a new amp and I need 1 new speaker. And first things first, though, we need to get that engine swapped. And that's going to be a big video. I'm going to film the whole process of getting the engine swapped and the first startup and all that stuff. Fixing all the bugs and stuff. Getting everything plugged in right. That's the first big step. And after that's done, all the other stuff is going to come. Obviously, I can do some of this stuff before the engine's installed. I'll probably wait on I might do the headlights, but I might wait on it just so we don't mess anything up. But coilovers are definitely waiting until the car's running. I have a huge plan for a crazy style video with the coilovers. The front splitter, they might get done. The side markers are getting done. I might look into trying to do the all clear tails, the DIY all clear tails. I might try to look into doing that so I can get that video up for y'all. And so I'm off the 4th of July, so there should be a video up the night of 4th of July, so stay tuned for that. Keep an eye out for that. I'm definitely going to do a few of the mods that we have laying here on the 4th of July, because I have the day off. Let's not waste the day. Let's film a video, you know? And so, thank you guys for watching.